Resurgent, something like that. That'll do. She's mono green. I'm very much for tar. I like to know what I've got, so it helps me look at it and visualize it. Okay, so there's Nissa. Let's do it as I would do one of my deck techs. Come on, let's bring the panel up. There it is. Right, okay. So there's Nissa. Right, you're back. So, Nissa Resurgent Animist. Land enters, add 1 mana of any colour. Then if this is the second time this ability is resolved this turn, reveal cards from top of your library until you reveal an elf elemental. Put that card in the hand, the rest on the bottom of your library. I am thinking that the best way to do with this is to go down the elf ball route. Is my first initial, because she's an elf scout in this format. So, but we want to make sure we trigger landfall. So I'm actually going to start in reverse for this. And I'm actually going to start with the lands. I just want green and colourless, just because we can. And the first ones I want in are, he says, moving things around so we can see what he's got up here. I want Fabled Passage in, because that gives me a double landfall trigger. Yeah. Ida, go sleep. I think someone's getting ready to go for a walk, looking at the way she's acting. I'm just going to chuck Growing Rights in now because it's here, but we'll come to that in a minute. Right, okay. The other thing I want in, the Shire is pretty good to give us a little bit of food, but we don't really need it in this deck. Yavimaya fine, we'll chuck that in. Shrine to Nyx is worth having in because we're playing a monocoloured deck, so that comes in. Miko, because there's not that much card draw in green. We are going to add some, but there's not much. I like Temple of the False God and Reliquary Tower. I know people don't like them, so you don't always need to play them. But we do want to play things like Unclaimed Territory. There's another one as well. Choose a creature. I forgot what the other one's called, but we can look it up quickly. Oh yeah, Secluded Courtyard. See, there's 2. Might as well have them both in for this. Right. What I do want to do though is hit the streets of New Capenna search lands, and what I'm looking for are the ones that just go and get forest. So Broker's Hideout, Cabaret Courtyard. Okay, yeah. Alright, maybe we'll do 2 decks. We'll do an elf one, we'll do a thingy one. If I own Cavernous Souls, hello FN by the way. If I own Cavernous Souls, I would put it in, yes, to be perfectly honest. I don't think I've got one on here. Riveter's Outlook. Again, 3 lands, or yeah, 3 lands. 1, 2, 3. They come into play. Yeah, Multani. Yeah, we're going to do some other things. We'll do an elf one. No, I'll keep to my original plan, do an elf ball one. I've got a plan for it. I'll call it elves, and then I'll do another one. I'll copy it and take all the elves out and do it as the elementals. And then I'll just chuck these in while I'm here. That'll do. We can take some out if we need them. I don't think there's anything I'm missing that's major. Play Path to Ancestry and Opal Palace just to pump her up a little bit, I suppose. Don't think you need more than this. Yeah, no, we'll do 2, that's fine. Evolving Wilds is fine. Terramorphic Expanse should be in as well. So drop another 2 out, we don't need them. I think 36 lands are going to be fine in this deck. You don't need to go above that. Okay. That gives us a starting point. And then what you want to do is play an additional. Some of it will stay the same. It's not going to be wholly off ball, I'll be honest. So you want to play Rites of Flourishing, Wayward Soultooth, Druid class, Dryad, and we'll put the Ancient Green Warden in because I think they'll be the same. Yep, agree. Oracle of Muldai goes in, so that gives you an elf you can hit, which is cool. Don't need to play that one. And then just check the legendaries because I'm being lazy. Obviously, I don't expect you to do this in real life. I'm going to play my Gaze Cradle in here because I've got one and I haven't played it for a while. Garrick's fine because he does untap everything. I did this because there was one card I was looking for. Where's Azusa? There's Azusa. I know Azusa's a human monk before anyone says anything. I'm well aware of that. But you want the extra land drops where you can fit them in. Baru's quite good. The original Baru, because whenever a forest enters the battlefield, green creatures get +1/+1 and gain trample. So that helps you with your little win condition. But then you really just do, from my point of view, take this off. Subtype. There are some other bits and pieces I do need to put in, but I want to get the elves in first so I can work around it. Elf. So there's the other version of Nissa that turns into the elemental one, but that'll come in the other deck. We're not particularly worried about it here. Celevada, Heart of the Wilds is nice because it gives you lots more elf mana to play around with. Beast Whisperer to make sure you keep drawing the cards. Beast Caller Savant's fine. Yeah. No point playing Bloom Tenderer because you're playing one colour. It's pointless. Canopy Tactician's fine. Circle of Druid's Dreams is fine. Cultivator of Blades is actually quite good in an elf deck, believe it or not. You may have other attacking creatures get +6/+6 until the end of turn, where it's its power. Elvish Archdruid is a no-brainer. Dwayne is also a no-brainer in this deck. You get to gain life and pump all your elves up. You can play Elvish Chancellor. It seems a bit pointless because you only have one in the deck, but it's a 2-mana +1/+1, so it's for everything else. Warmaster's fine. Azuri's fine. Gallia's pretty good. The Greeters just to pump her up or get a tap treasure token or gain a bit of life. Yeah, Gladriel you can play if you want to now. Haven't really thought about it. We'll chuck Gladriel in for a second. Heritage Druid, yes. Perfurious Impact. You can play Legolas if you want to, so yeah. But he's very obsessed with creatures and so on and so forth, so you're not really that bothered. Marwyn's fine. Nope. Oracle I've put in. Realm Seekers does the land thing. So Realm Seekers could be fun. We'll try it out in this one. Can't play Reese because it's got black in it. Can play Rashika to do that. Thorny's not there. Voice of the Woods, that's what I was after. Tap 5 elves, get a 7/7 elemental. That will stay in the deck for our next configuration. Wolverine Riders, the Elite. We'll check in Garrier just to do a bit more ramping. We've put Imperious Perfect in, haven't we? Yeah. Yes, unbanning Refellas would be good. The one card that I think everyone misses out on and they sleep on is this guy in an elf deck. Numa, Jorgen Chieftain. Because you're generating so much mana, you can just make your elves ridiculously big. So he's really worth, or she's really worth having in the deck. So I always try and play one in there. Gaze Cradle. Not going to bother with Paradise Druid. Rex Sage, just so you've got a bit of artifact enchantment removal if we need it. Voice of Many is not bad, a bit of card draw. We're up to 71 slots so far. We've got 5 things. Right. Then we just need to put the one drops in. So you've got Essence Walnut, Lamoire, Firenoid, whether Elvish Mystic's gone. Have I gone past Mystic? Yeah, Mr. Mystic. I think that's all of them. Oh, and thingy. Where's my untap? That's Snowlands. We don't want that one. That's too expensive. Arbor off. There you go. Right. Okay. That gives you your. Not yet. I'm going to do 2 separate decks. So this is just a pure elf ball one at the moment. ICK will do a proper landfall one in a second where we get all the tricks in. You need some way of winning, and that is going to be basically Crayhoof Behemoth. There's no point in doing it any other way. Great Henges here. You can now start fiddling around. So there are other bits and pieces I would play. So because I'm doing an elf ball deck, I'm looking at choose a creature type. Yeah. And I'm looking purely at the artifact side of it. So you've got Urza's Incubator, which can be useful, but you might as well have Door of Destinies, Icon of Ancestry, Vanquish Blanna, Herald's Horn, Metallic Mimic. The Obelisk is pretty good because you can convoke it into play and it makes all your stuff stupidly big. We could play the Incubator. It does take everything down a couple. I mean, yeah, okay. Play the Incubator. No, I don't want the Awakened thing. Pillar of Origins doesn't help. Realm Walker's okay because it's technically an elf even though it's a changeling, so that can come in. Because it's a green deck, I will always want to have I like having Genesis Wave, especially an elf ball deck. Yeah. Beastmaster Ascension comes in. Just check the rest. I think creature wise we're pretty good. We've got 38 creatures, so we should be fine. Just check the enchantments, make sure there's anything I've missed. Format Commander. Just so I take out all the stuff that's banned. There's that. Bow of Nihilea is sometimes good. Gives you a way to recycle. So we'll chuck that in. We've got plenty of slots left. We've still got, what, 11 cards to play around with. The courts are good. So you can take the Court of Bounty and the Court of Garenbrig. The new one's really nice. We've got the thing that whenever you cast a creature, if it hasn't got the same name, but that might be in a different colour. No, it isn't. Guardian Project. You might as well have that in as well. We've already chucked in a Growing Rights. Yeah, Conduit's okay. I was actually going to chuck in Nature's Wheel. You get to untap all your lands, which might help. The other thing, we'll put Conduit in, that's fine. The other one I was thinking of, because we do want to draw cards if we can, Shamanic Revelation, just to get cards. We'll eventually have creatures with power 4 or more, so we'll probably gain some life as well. That gives you a bit of card draw that might help. Is that the one? Nope. There was something I was thinking of that I've completely forgotten now. No, it's gone from my head. Oh, Harrenpenny ramping. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I knew there was something. So, Soul Ring, Signet, Medallion, because you might as well have the green medallion in. Yep. We got Beastery. I thought I had a Lifecrafters Beastery. Yeah, I do. I just didn't spell it right. Might as well have that in as well. And then you got one slot left. I think 36 lands is enough from that point of view. I mean, Jeweled Lotus, so you can get Nissa out turn 1 if need be. I mean, it could be quite good fun going Jeweled Lotus, sack it, play Nissa. Yeah, so I'm going to change it in a minute. So that would be how I would build the Elves version. Okay. Let me just duplicate this. Landfall focus. Okay, so that was the elf one. If I'm gonna do it as anything else, I still leave this in. I still leave the art. I still leave this in. We take out this. Probably leave the ramp elves in just because they're quite good. Apart from Heritage Druid, we won't need that. Take out everything here. Don't need Beastmaster. Don't need this. Leave Growing Rights in. They can all come out. Realm Walker could be useful, so we'll leave Realm Walker in. Rex Sage, I like having the removal in. Rights of Flourishing's there. Wayward Bow. Court can come out. Elvish Archdruid can come out. Sorry, I'll carry on talking in a second. Let me just work out what I want to keep out of what we've put in so far. That I think we want to keep, I should say. Andrew can stay. Cool. Bounty can come out. Right, okay. Many, Door of Destinies, Baru, Calvé, Dun Dun Dunk. Leave Shamanic Revelation in, that's fine. They can come out. They can come out. We'll take Genesis Wave out for now. Okay. Land base stays basically the same. Yeah. And then all I'm looking at now is landfall, which means we do have to put a few other things in. But you're also looking subtype, he says, going up. So you've got Avenger of Zendikar, you've got Green Sleeves, Undergrowth Champion, and Embodiment. So that gives you a starting point with your elementals. Multani can come in. You can play the Titan of Industry, it's not the worst one. You can play all the versions of Titania if you want to, because they're all elementals, and realistically, why wouldn't you at the moment? Yeah, elementals everywhere, so you might as well play them. Yeah. Verdant Falls, Vigor, because Vigor's just stupid. Okay. Yeah, of course I can. Yeah. No problem. I'll chuck them. I'll go and put them on. Let me just load up Goldfish in the background. I'll go and put them over there as deck lists, and you can download it from there. So it's the quickest way to do it. Hold on a second. There it is. Right, sorry. Took a minute for me to get it to load up for some reason. Okay. Now I've just got to make sure I know what I'm doing on here again now. Sign in. Okay, right. Create new deck. Commander. Elves. Yeah, good point. Thank you. Elemental land. Thanks, Primal. Hold on. Let me just jump back to this one. Export. There you go. See, good shout, Primal. I'm impressed, mate. Right. Okay. Right. There you go, Nabunga. That's the elf one that's now up and live on the website. And if we're going to play the one that mails, we need to play that one as well. So we'll take a land out for a minute. Earthquake Dragon's quite good fun, but it's expensive. Nissa gives you elementals. You might as well have her in. There's Sylvan Awakening to turn all your lands into indestructible 2/2s, and with haste, so that's pretty good. You've got Zendikar's Royal, so when a land ends battlefield, you get 2/2 elemental. The other version of Nissa, you might as well have them all in this one actually, because they all like elementals for here. So we'll chuck all of the planeswalkers in. Green Sleeves is in. Camel gives you a really nice win condition at the end, as well as turning your lands into thing. Especially if you've cast Sylvan Awakening and then you've got Camel in play. Well, oh, excuse me. So that gives you that. The wheel does the same thing. We'll chuck in Tangled Florahedron as a 37th land or a land drop as a creature that taps if we need it to. Bramble Familiar is okay, but you don't want to be mucking around with it, I've decided. What I am interested in, however, is some of the enchantments. Invasion of Chandelar's okay, but I wouldn't play it in this deck. I love it, but I wouldn't play it in here. What you're looking for is, because you've got all these basics, yeah, okay, we've got a few that aren't, but we've got quite a lot that are basic in the deck. You want to try and up your mana count as far as possible, so I'd be looking at something like Virtuous Strength, which I'm going to drop in. I'd probably leave Beastmaster Ascension, and you'd want to pump your creatures up. One of the things you may want to think about is asceticism, to give all your creatures hexproof, and then regeneration if you need it. So I'm going to add that in for me. one of these, and I can't find it now. Lost it. Mana reflection, there it is. If you tap a permanent for mana, it produces twice that much mana. That's quite nice. Guardian Project I've left in. The Growing Rights I've left in. That's fine. Wouldn't bother too much with Nature's Will in this deck. You can or you can't, but yeah. Path of Discovery can be useful in something like this, but again, it's a personal choice if you want to be exploring to get your lands out quicker. Sandworm Convergence is a nice thing to win with at the end of the day, but oh dear. You can put Sylvan Library in if you want to. Would be my other quick call. Tribute to the World Tree is probably worth having in this deck. You're playing. I mean, you could play it in the Elf deck. I avoided it, but because you just end up with a load of 3/3s, you don't get anything else. But because a lot of your creatures will be coming in with power of 3 or more, it gives you a card draw, so that can come in. You really want to make sure everyone wins quickly. Unnatural Growth. If you want to go down that line, I like it, so I'm going to. Zendikar Resurgent, that's the one I was looking for. To go in with our other thing to make sure all our mana's getting really big really quickly. And then it's just elementals, really. And whatever ones I've missed out. I mean, you've got some they're always going to be there. Yo, hello Innocent, how you doing? Primeval Bounty just gives you an extra beast, which is nice. Rampaging Balos gives you that. I mean, they're not elementals, I know. Yeah, we're doing good. You doing good? Yeah. We've got the Rampin, so yeah, that's the other thing. I forgot about them. Thanks, ICK. This is why I have you all here, because my brain gets carried away. Go on, Innocent, what's up? No point. Oh, Scrying goes and fetches you out your Gaea's Cradle. Cultivate just does the normal thing. Yeah, of course you can. Shove a link in, mate. That's fine. Go for it. Crop rotation is quite fun if you want to get your Gaea's Cradle out as well. So crop rotation can come in. Alright, I'll load up the Discord in the background. I haven't got that. I haven't got the bots activated on here. It's fine. Search for tomorrow. You've got the link to the Discord. You are in our Discord, aren't you? I'll go and join my Discord and put it in there. There you go. Follow that link, mate. I've got bit into Return from the Wilds. You go and get a land and you get human or food. So that's gone up in my Destination and Nature's Law. There you go. That would be the 99 I would play. I'll go and chuck that over to thing as well. Okay, I'll have a look see. Hold on. Let me just save this and get this link sorted out. And interestingly, they're about the same ticket value. Financial cost is ridiculous because of the Gaze Cradle I've got kicking around, but anyway. And there you go. That's the one we've just built. Right, let's have a look at this card. Where are we?